Ain't waiting.
Hello, everyone. We're live, I believe. Are we live? Are we
I
live?
think we are
I'm
live.
not sure.
Hold on, let me
I think
refresh
we
the
are.
YouTube page. We are
Yeah,
live. We are live. I see the.
we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CFCBlues Podcast, the first ever live episode. We're here. We will be doing some stuff. Trying to set this up right. So, welcome everyone. Welcome back. I'm here
Hello,
as
everyone.
always with Yusuf. How you doing, Yusuf, mate?
I'm Remy. How are you? I'm a bit
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah, mate.
Because,
I'm
it's our
good.
first ever live.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The
And
first
also,
ever
George's
live
camera can
episode.
come in time.
Yeah. So, basically, the reason this is an audio live episode rather than a video live episode, my camera on my PC doesn't work. I ordered one yesterday. It was meant to come today, and it hasn't showed up yet. Answering your question, VAT92's Red Podcast. That is why. As we see there, where's your cameras? That's the story behind it. I didn't have a camera to start with. I ordered one. It hasn't come. But tomorrow, it will definitely be here by the end of today. So tomorrow, there will be a video episode that will be going out. So that is answering your question. But before we start, some sad news has come in within the last hour and a half. Sir Captain Tom Moore has sadly passed away. So it is he was an absolute legend. He did 100 laps, was it, of his driveway. His only intent was to raise £1,000 for charity in the NHS, and he ended up raising over £38 million. So what we would like to do is we would like to just have a quick 30-second silence for Captain Tom Moore, which will start now. And what an absolute legend he was. Thank you, everyone, for joining in for that. But Yusuf, we're here. We're doing a live episode, mate. It's been coming. It's been coming. We've only been around for about 2 weeks, and we're already surpassing boundaries. We're here doing it. And what have we got in store for today? What is the purpose of this live episode?
Today, we're going to be reviewing Chelsea's season so far. Because obviously, Leicester was the halfway point of the season. And yeah, we're going to be reviewing the players and which players stood out for us. And in the comments, you can say which player was good, I guess. And you can ask questions as well, and then we'll answer them as best as we can.
Yeah, definitely. Ask us questions in the comments. I can already see a few coming in. 1892 Reds Podcast asking, what's that noise? Well, we do live on a very busy road, so it's probably a motorbike going past.
I think it means a buzzing sound.
Maybe. If so, I don't know what it is. I can't hear it. Yusuf said he couldn't hear it anymore. We did have that, but I think we fixed it. But so Yusuf, half of the season to review. So I say we just crack straight into it. Obviously, we don't want this to be too long. We don't want you guys hearing us waffle for this whole stream. So we will talk football right now. Scott Allen has just said there is a constant buzz.
Wait,
that might be my mic. I'm going to unplug it and replug it in and see if that works.
Yeah, try that.
Okay, so I've just done that. Hopefully that's helped.
It's even worse now, I think.
Oh God, I honestly don't know what it is. It's probably my so I do apologize for that. It will be fixed in I don't know what it is, honestly, but we'll get straight into why we're here. We're going to be talking about Chelsea's season so far. We've got all the results here. We'll talk about each player as well, how we think they've performed, all the big details of the season, I guess. So the first of this Brighton, where we came out the victors with a 3-1 win. Goals from Jorginho, Zuma, and Reece James, if my memory is correct. Our second game was against Liverpool, which we lost 2-0. A Kepa howler and a Christensen howler, as he got sent off in that game before half time even. And then another disappointing game, West Brom 3, Chelsea 3. People could say, how is it disappointing? You were 3-0 down and you came back into the game at 3-3. We shouldn't have been 3-0 down in the first place. A Thiago Silva mistake, an Alonso mistake, and the third goal just came from absolute, as Mark Goldbridge called it, ostrich defending, which wasn't ideal really. So yeah, a rough start to the season it was. But then in the fourth game, we came out and beat Crystal Palace 4-0. Which I remember watching that game. Palace came out very, very organised, very, very organised defensively. They were hitting us on the break pretty well. So it was a strange one. But we got 4 goals out of it, so I can't really complain. And then our fifth game of the season was Chelsea 3, Southampton 3, which at the time I thought was a bad result, but looking at it now, Southampton, what a team.
Yeah, they're a good team. And just understand on loan as well.
So Yusuf, do you have anything to say about those 5 games that we've mentioned there?
Well, obviously the West Brom and Southampton game, it was a bit embarrassing, and especially the West Brom game where we conceded 3. It wasn't good, to be fair. Luckily we scored 3 right at the end. I think it was Abraham. Yeah, so we're lucky that we didn't lose against West Brom.
Yeah, definitely. We shouldn't have been 3-0 down in the first place. We conceded.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the first place.
Yeah, conceded one very early in the game, and then 2 out of nowhere almost about 10 minutes later.
And there were mistakes in defence as well. That's why.
Yeah, there was a lot of defensive mistakes. But there were in the first opening 5 games, there were a lot of positives as well. Beating Brighton 3-1, they were solid that day, and also beating Crystal Palace 4-0. You can't really complain at that. And also a low points, like we said, there were being 3-0 down, and then the Liverpool 2-0 defeat, which I actually thought would have been maybe a bit more, considering Liverpool at the time were champions. They were almost unbeatable obviously they still are champions, I say at the time. Obviously we've got the 1982 Reds podcast boys in, don't want to upset them. So yeah, they played really well that day. We were a shambles, so fair play. Yeah, would you like to read the next 5 games for us?
After Southampton, we played Man United away, which is 0-0. I mean, to be fair, we were lucky that we drew the game. Actually, no. Yeah, obviously that. I think Rashford was through a goal and then Mendy saved it with his leg. I think in our defence, I think we shared the penalty because Maguire literally wrestled Aston Maguire on the ground. So I don't know how it's not a penalty, but anyway. It was all. Yeah. For the next game, it was Burnley 0, Chelsea 3. That was a very good performance, in my opinion. Ziyech and Werner got some goals and Zuma as well.
Dominant performance.
Yeah, that was dominant performance. And then after that, it was Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. We went 1-0 down in that game because McGoldrick. He always scores against us. I swear to God, he was McGoldrick. And then
I think the first ever Premier League goal was against us.
Yeah. And yeah, after that we dominated the game, and we were 4-1 at the end. After that, it was Newcastle away, which won 2-0. I think Werner missed. I think Werner missed a couple of chances there in that game as well. Also, I think we were on the counter attack as well, and then I think it was Ziyech or Abraham. He could have passed to him, but then he hit it too lightly, and then the defender cleared it out. And then after Newcastle, it was Tottenham, which was 0-0. It was pretty boring, to be fair.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, I think Tottenham they could have scored at the end because Zuma misplaced the ball.
That was a bit of a howler from Zuma.
Yeah, I was scared. I was like, oh no, they're gonna nick it here.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Just to point out, these are only league games. We haven't included any Champions League or cup games. Just because we don't want to waffle on for too long. We want to solely purpose or focus on the league. That's why. Carry on, Yusuf. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. And then after that, it was Chelsea Leeds.
Yeah, which
on 3-1.
Yeah, the next 5 games had a lot of highs, and we were actually unbeaten on. Oh, hang on, let me. I think it was at that point when we drew with Tottenham. It was an 8-game unbeaten run. Which was definitely a highlight. 8 games unbeaten. Yes, some of them were draw and some of them were wins. But if you go 8 games unbeaten, that's still a very, very high. Yeah. Good point.
I think that was a highlight of Lampard's season. I think that was a highlight of the season. I think.
Oh yeah, we were scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean this season, not last season, because last season I think the highlight was getting top 4.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, guys, get your comments in. Get your comments in. Another comment talking about the buzzing noise. I don't know what it is. There's nothing near me or near Yusuf. I will try and fix it for the next live episode that we do. So don't worry. It is our first ever live episode, so that it's not going to be perfect. But do get your questions in, get your comments in that are about the football side of things. Technical difficulties will be sorted at some point. So yeah, obviously there wasn't many games. Maybe we could have had a penalty against United, but in that game they were definitely the better team. And then again against Burnley, again solid performance, 3-0 win. Ziyech getting a goal and an assist on his second ever Premier League game, which I thought was a big highlight for him. Okay. A comment has just come in. We're going to pause there for a second, and I know exactly who's written it. We're going to put it up here. It's from the 1892 Reds podcast. If you was offered Wijnaldum in the summer, would you take him over Kovacic? So wait, I'm going to ask: Do we have to get rid of Kovacic to bring in Wijnaldum, or do we bring Wijnaldum in, keep Kovacic in the squad, and we can play both of them? Or is it literally we have to get rid of? A bit difficult for me.
I mean, to be fair, like Ronaldo, at least he scores goals.
Wijnaldum is a solid player. I really do like Wijnaldum. So unfortunately, he plays for Liverpool. But yeah,
I think his last assist was in 2018.
If it is, we can't to get rid of. I probably would take it, just because I feel like Wijnaldum would bring more to the team, but we don't know if he'd suit the style that Chelsea play. Definitely, I would offer. I know we've always had our arguments over Mateo Kovacic. I don't know what you've got against the guy. I think he's a good player. I think he gets the job done. But let us know what you guys think. let's get some more questions in, some more comments. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Reds podcast. But where we solid against Burnley, first 10 minutes, Sheffield United were poor. I thought they got that early goal, and I thought, oh, this is going to be their first point of the season. Then we came out, we scored 4, and it was a solid performance. Then came the game against Newcastle. Werner missing chances in that, but we won't talk about that. And then two goals come in. I don't really remember watching this game. I think I was out that day. But from the highlights that I saw, we performed well. And Chelsea Spurs, both teams really cancelled each other out. So, anything to add, Yusuf?
No, not really. I think really said everything that needs to be said, I think.
All right, yeah, sweet. So I'm going to go to the next 3 games. Chelsea 3, Leeds 1. We went 1-0 down very early in this game. Patrick Bamford, who might I say, I know there's Scott Allen in the comments. He's not a big Leeds fan. He hates Leeds with a burning passion. But I might say Patrick Bamford's turned out to be a decent striker this season. And 3 goals. Straight after we went 1-0 down, another convincing performance. What did you think about that game, Yusuf?
Yeah, I think we should fight and determination to win that game, because obviously the goal would have probably made our confidence go down a bit. So yeah, and also I think Werner missed a couple of chances as well. He should have scored a couple in that game.
Okay, we've got a reply. Sorry to cut you off, but we have got a reply from the 1892 Reds podcast. No, you don't have to. I'm guessing that's so. But he does place. Then yes, I would take Wijnaldum. I've said it here first. Mount would be gone in summer. What do you mean? Oh, Mount will be gone in summer. I honestly hope. I really hope not. Mount's been probably our best player this season. Unless I don't know whether you mean that if Wijnaldum joins or if that's going to happen, but who knows? And then the next game, we'll continue. The next game was Everton 1, Chelsea 0. A penalty from Gylfi Sigurdsson. Neither team created much in the game, I think. I honestly think that was a big low point of our season, and the next few games definitely were. Would you like to continue?
Yeah. So after Everton, it was Wolves 2-1 against Chelsea. We conceded. I think it was the 93rd minute. Neto scored because we left. Basically, we had no one back. So, and Zuma isn't catching Neto. So yeah, I think I would have taken a draw. I can't lie, because we played awful that game. After that, it was Chelsea 3-0 West Ham. I think the scoreline doesn't really reflect like the game of how we played, because I think West Ham played actually pretty well in that game. Yeah, sorry. Wait,
that's completely flat.
Yeah. So after that, it was Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. That was the worst game I've ever seen. Arsenal going 2-0 up at the break, at half time. Yeah, and then it was awful. And then after that, it was 3-0. Saka scored. And then after that, it was Tammy Abraham scored to make it 3-1. And then we got a penalty. And then Jorginho missed it. Oh, George is gone. Okay, George is gone right now. I'll just continue then with the scores. Yeah, so after Arsenal, it was Chelsea won, Aston Villa won, where I think we should have won that game, to be fair. But obviously, we didn't play well that game, I think. After that venue. And then I think Christensen, he went down, which kind of, what's this? Arsenal was the start of downfall. Yeah, I agree, mate. I think it was the start of downfall. And also, I think Lampard lost it in the dressing room as well. There was a report, I think, on Twitter or something like that. I think what was that? After Villa, it was Man City. We were awful that game. I'm not gonna lie. We were 3-0 down before the first half. Lampard lost it when he stayed in the summer. I mean, yeah, I agree in a way. I think he should have been there only until before we signed Werner and Havertz and stuff and Ziyech because I think Lampard is sort of a transitional manager. I think, in my opinion, I think he was out of his depth, sort of. So Man City was 3-1. PE teacher.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
He's back now. George's back.
Just lost connection. But yeah, we got a few comments in. We've got one from 7:05, saying that Arsenal was the start of the downfall. I 100%
agree with them.
We lost against Arsenal when they were on a big low point, and all of a sudden things just went downhill. It was like the team had no confidence in them anymore. We've got another one from the 1892 Red Podcast. Thanks for the comment, by the way, 7:05. Saying Lampard lost it and he stayed on in the summer. What do you think about that, Yusuf?
Yeah, I agree. I think he should have gone or been replaced when he signed further Havertz and Ziyech, I think, in my opinion. And Tuchel, I think he was the manager of PSG at that time, so we kind of got him.
Yeah, and then another one from the 1892 Reds Podcast saying that Lampard was a PE teacher. I'm just going to say no comment on that one. Thanks for all the comments. But where were we before I disconnected? What were we talking about? I think I was talking about West Ham.
I was saying about the Man City game.
Oh, okay. Yep. We went 3-0 down very quickly in that game, and then got one back to that. We've got another comment. Thanks for all the comments. Let's get some more comments from other people. Another one from the 1892 Reds Podcast saying Thomas Tuchel has got around 6 to 12 months to turn it around, or he will be gone. I agree with that. Abramovich hasn't got long patience.
Yeah, he's not patient.
Very, very short-tempered. If it's not going right, he's literally getting rid of you within a blink.
I think that's one.
As soon as he makes a decision, it's gone.
I think that's one bad thing about the board. It's like they're not patient at all.
Yeah, that could be a
I don't think Lampard should have given him time because I don't think Lampard was a very good coach. To be fair, that's my opinion. But
he started off really well with all the youngsters. Last season was a high point for him.
It went downhill Arsenal, as the comment said below.
Yeah, as 5:07 said. So continue, Yusuf. Sorry to I disconnected, but carry on.
Yeah, so after Man City, it was Fulham, where we won 1-0. Mount scored. Fulham wasn't a very good game. I think Fulham should have actually went ahead if Caballero actually scored the goal. And then after that, I think Robinson got sent off, which helped us massively, I think, to win the game.
Hang on, Yusuf.
That's pretty much
Sorry
it.
to cut you off. We've got another comment from 7:05, saying get it up here. The Chelsea way is sack managers, but we also win trophies doing that. So which is the best way? We're winning trophies, which is obviously every football club's desire. Every football club wants to win trophies. So again, you can't really complain that the way that the board have been treating the managers, because was it in 2018 we'd won 16 trophies in 16 seasons or something. But even so, if we look at it now, that's still 16 trophies in 18 seasons, which is still an incredible stat to have. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a very good stat. But I've seen some people say that Roma should go, which is stupid. I don't know why they're saying that.
Oh, he single-handedly he saved our club from dying, and he's also single-handedly turned this club around. He's brought it from on its knees to almost in the stars, sort of thing. If you understand what that means. So thank you for the comment again. 557.
And the amount of money that he puts in the club is mad. Also.
Yeah. But as you were, sorry.
Yeah. So after Fulham, it was Leicester. We lost 2-0. And I think after Leicester, that was when did it start? Was it Wednesday, I think?
It was...
Actually, no, sorry. After Luton, he got sacked. Lampard got sacked. Leicester was lost.
No. It was 2 weeks ago.
League game. Yeah. So, so Leicester was 2-0 to them.
That was 2 weeks.
I think possession. Yeah. The possession, I think we actually had more possession than Leicester, but we didn't do anything with it. As proven by the score.
Yeah, we had that was our first ever episode actually. The review of the Leicester game.
Was,
So, we had around 60% possession in that game and did absolutely nothing with it, which is a bit annoying when you say.
Yeah, it was very annoying.
What was next?
Yeah. After that is Wolves, Chelsea 0-0. That was
before we talk about the Wolves game, after the Leicester game, Lampard's final game was against Luton, which we won 3-1. But you actually got the scoreline right for that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But on the 25th, so the Luton game was on the 24th. On the 25th of January, Frank Lampard got sacked. And then on the 26th, Thomas Tuchel was appointed. So a lot of quick events going through there. And Tuchel's first two games were Chelsea versus Wolves and Chelsea versus Burnley. So Yusuf, take it away.
So Wolves, we pretty much dominated the whole game. Wolves were literally just sitting back the whole time, and we couldn't really win that game, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, after that it was Chelsea 2-0 Burnley, which happened on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Burnley had no shots on target, I think, the whole game. And Alonso as well.
They had one shot in the game and 0 shots on target, as you say. Yeah. And then, as you said just there, so I cut you off rudely. Sorry about that.
That's right.
Marcos Alonso with a bit of a good goal. First league start in 3 months. I was a little surprised to see it, but then again, when you look at it, Tuchel is going to be experimenting with the team for the next few games, maybe the next 1 or 2 games from now. So yeah, maybe not much of a shock, but I honestly thought Chilwell would have been there. But yeah, that's been the season so far. Thanks everyone who's come along to watch the live video. We're coming up on the half an hour mark, which is where we're going to end it. Thanks for all the comments as well. It's been
hopefully
it's been a good one. I was a little nervous coming in.
Yeah. So hopefully in the next live stream we're going to be have cameras on. Because obviously George couldn't.
Yeah, we should have cameras on it like that.
There's a comment as well, by the way.
Oh,
7.
hello. Oh, just before we end, we've got another comment from 5 past 7 saying Alonso in versus Spurs, he loves scoring against them. Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. He loves a goal against Spurs. His record against Spurs is unbelievable. But that tomorrow will be our preview of the Spurs game. So look out for that. Yusuf, as always, thanks for being an amazing co-host. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Enjoyed it.
5 past 7 with another comment saying, let's just get it up. Oh, well done, guys. I enjoyed it, and a good vibes emoji, which you can't see there, but I'm sure it's a lovely emoji. I can see it on the side, but it doesn't come up on the screen. Cheers, mate. Obviously, for the first one, it's always going to be a bit tacky, but we've made the most of it. Thanks everyone for being here. We were up to 11 people watching at some point. I remember seeing. So thank you to everyone who's come along and watched. Thank you once again, Yusuf. Tomorrow will be Spurs review. Then we'll do another live episode of the Spurs review. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. See you later.
Bye.